Hello, dear student. So, in this lecture, we are going to see the details of the tea. Okay. So, tea is made from Camellia sinensis plant, which is evergreen shrub or a tree which grows wild from India to China. It is an aromatic beverage generally prepared by pouring boiling hot water over the uh, curled leaves of Camellia sinensis. Okay, so the tea leaves are usually plucked by hand. The average interval between plucking is about 1 week. In India, about 5 to 6 plucking are made in a season. The important constituent of tea contributing to the flavor of tea beverage are, caffeine, polyphenol, and essential oils. So these are what the present in the tea. So see, polyphenols are present over there, then proteins are present, then crude fibers are there, starch is there, and ash is also there. Fresh tea leaves also contain carotenes, then B vitamins, okay, then ascorbic acid. Maximum amount of caffeine is present in the bud in the first two leaves. Okay, tea leaves contains a volatile oil consisting of alcohol, aldehyde, phenol, and some fatty acids. Tea does not have nutritive value. Remember this. Tea does not have nutritive value. Okay, so what is the composition of tea? So जे आपण अगोदर बघितलं आता तेच थोडंसं detail we are going to see in the next slide. Carbohydrates are there, as we know that plants store their energy in the form of carbohydrate, that is starches and sugar, formed during the photosynthesis. This stored energy is then used to fuel important reaction. In tea, carbohydrates which add to the sweetness of the tea help to fuel the enzymatic reaction that take place during the oxidation. They are responsible for the creation of a polyphenol in young leaves. Polyphenols are a group of compound composed of many phenolic groups. They are the plant metabolites produced as a defense against the insects and other animals. They are derived from the amino acids via sunlight. Bud and the first leaf have highest concentration of polyphenol, which decrease in each leaf moving down the plant. There are an estimated 30,000 polyphenolic compounds are present in the tea that are responsible for the bitterness and astringent taste of the tea. Flavonoids are the most important group of the polyphenols present in the tea, within which flavonols are the most prevalent. Okay, from the flavonols are the most prevalent. Called they are also called a tannin. In tea, there is a tannin. During the oxidation, they are converted to the thiaflavin and thiarubicin, which are the compound responsible for the robust flavor and the dark color present in the black teas. The major flavonols in the tea are, catechin, epicatechin, galate, then gallocatechin, okay, epigallocatechin, and epigallocatechin gallate. These are the substances present or their flavonols present in the tea. Okay, so amino acids are also there in the tea. The amino acids gives tea a brothiness with umami taste. Tea leaves contain many amino acids, of which most abundant is theanine. Theanine, okay, the plant grows in shade, contains more amino acid. L-theanine is responsible for promoting alpha brain activity, which reduces the cognitive stress and promote the relaxation. Okay, L-theanine used in the conjunction with the caffeine can induce a state of mindfulness, alertness, with improvement in the memory and the learning class of the tea drinker. So as we know that if you, most of the time, if you feel some anxious or if you feel, so most of the people they used to drink a tea to feel the fresh. Okay, and the reason is this one. The enzymes are there in the tea are the most important enzyme in the tea leaves are polyphenol oxidase and peroxidase. They are responsible for enzymatic browning of a tea. Leaves that take place when the cell wall in the leaves are broken and polyphenol are exposed to the oxygen. for the oxidation. The enzymes are deactivated and denatured using heat to prevent the browning, that is browning, that is green tea, or by depriving them of the moisture for a long withering period, that gives a white tea. And the pigments are also there. The two major group of pigments in the fresh tree leaves are chlorophyll and carotenoid. During withering and oxidation of the pigment condense, a green color of the tea chlorophyll is converted to the black pigment, and that is called as a pheophytins. This gives a dark appearance to finished oxidized tea. Tea carotenoid are mainly composed of keratin, or xanthophyll. They are also responsible for color of finished tea leaves. Then methyl xanthins are also there. They are the metabolites produced by the tea plant, and these chemicals are as a natural combat towards the insects and other animals. So they make up 2 to 5% of a dry weight of fresh leaves. Methyl xanthins in a tea include a caffeine and two similar compounds, that is a theobromine and a theophylline. They contribute to the bitter taste of the tea infusion. Then minerals are also there. About 28 mineral present in the tea. So amount of mineral vary greatly with each harvest and change in greatly during the processing. As compared to the other plant, the tea has a higher than the average amount of nickel, selenium, manganese, aluminum, potassium, arsenic, iodine, and fluorine. In older tea leaves, a greater amount of fluorine may be present. So some volatiles like which gives aroma. The volatile substances in the tea leaves are largely responsible for the aroma and flavor of the tea. On the bush, tea leaves contain thousands of chemical compounds, which on processing break down and forms a new compound. The flavor and the aroma of each tea depends on a wide variety of combination of these compounds. Hence, they are called aroma complete. Then after this, we are going to see what are the types of tea. What are the types of tea? Basically, there are three types of tea. Black tea is there, then green tea and mixed tea. So we'll see first black tea. So various processing steps in manufacture of black tea are withering, then rolling, fermentation, drying, grinding, and packing. This withering is carried out by spreading tea leaves thinly on the shell to dry the leaves partially. General withering is allowed till the water content in the leaf is lowered by about 40% so that leaves become flaccid and can be rolled without cracking. ते थोडेसे मीडियम प्रमाणामध्ये ड्राय करायचे आहे आणि मग ते रोल करू शकतो आपण, जेणेकरून ते ब्रेक पण होणार नाही अर्धवट ड्राय असल्यामुळे. And then rolled, to break open cell and release the juices and enzyme from these leaves. After rolling, the leaves are shifted and spread out thinly on the suitable platform and allow it to ferment for 2 to 6 hours at a temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. During this process, the enzyme bring about the oxidation of various polyphenols present in the juices, resulting in the change of color from green to reddish copper. Green to reddish copper. Two of the important polyphenols that undergoes oxidative changes are catechin and the gallocatechin. When fermentation has proceeded to desired degree, further changes is arrested by drying and firing. After suitable fermentation, we are arresting that process. This comprises the passing of fermented leaves through the chamber in which hot air is circulating. At the entrance, the temperature is about 93 degrees, and at the exit, that is about 49 degrees. So the firing causes some caramelization to occur, resulting in the characteristic color of the black tea leaves. And black tea retains its flavor for several years. In this way, the black tea can be अर्धवट सुकवायची आहे, मग ती रोल आउट करायची आहे, मग ती फर्मंट करायची आहे. फर्मंट केल्यानंतर ते काय करायचे आहे त्या ठिकाणी, है ना, पुन्हा त्या चेंबर मधून पास करायची आहे आणि चेंबर मधून पास केल्यानंतर त्याचं कॅरमलायझेशन होतं आणि त्याचा तो त्याला ब्लॅक टी मिळतो. ग्रीन टी जो आहे, ग्रीन टी इज मेड by same manner, okay, as a black tea, but undergo minimal oxidation during processing. The withering and fermentation steps are omitted from this. Withering and fermentation processes are omitted from this. Since the oxidative process are catalyzed by the leaf enzyme, the enzymes are inactivated at an early stage and their reaction are replaced by thermochemical process. The leaves are heat treated, rolled and dried. The heat treatment consists of pan firing, steaming to inactivate the enzyme. Aroma, flavor, and color of green tea are significantly different from those of black tea. When brewed at low temperature and for less time, the green teas tends to have less caffeine. Okay, during the processing of green tea, the content of tannin, chlorophyll, and vitamin C and organic acid decreases slightly as a consequence of the enzyme inactivation. Okay, so this is how, as a consequence पाहिजे ते consequence तेच म्हणतो मी हा वर्ड कोणता आला नवीन. So that chlorophyll, tannin, chlorophyll, vitamin C and organic acid decreases slightly as a consequence of enzyme inactivation. एन्झाईम इनऍक्टिव्हेशन केल्यामुळे ग्रीन टीचे जे कंटेंट आहे जसे की टॅनिन आहे, क्लोरोफिल आहे, विटामिन सी आहे आणि ऑर्गॅनिक ऍसिड जे आहेत ते काय होतात, कमी होतात. ओके, अँड दिस वे वी कॅन प्रिपेअर द green tea. Okay, but we are omitting here withering and fermentation process, remember, and that process is there in the black tea. Now the last mixed tea. So it is the flavor of Camellia sinensis plant is already or altered by changing the humidity, altitude, weather, light, temperature. Okay, so that changes. Okay, की ते चहाचे जी पीक आहे ते कुठे आपण घेतो आहे, आसाम मध्ये असेल तर वेगळं असेल, दार्जिलिंग मध्ये वेगळं असेल, निलगिरी मध्ये वेगळं असेल, निलगिरी टीच्या जवळ. So tea absorbs the flavor of almost anything. Okay, as a flavor of a final tea, it is depend upon the growing condition of the plant. Blending is carried out to mask the inconsistency in the flavor of the batches of the tea. Okay, the tea blending is carried out to create the flavor teas like chocolate mint, apple sauce, etc., etc. Variety of black tea are also blended to even out the taste and make the tea more reliable. Flavored teas are made by mixing flavor with the dried leaves or the added after the tea leaves are already dried. Okay, the dried fruit, flower, herbs, spices, and commonly added are the commonly added and are also written in the final product as it is added to the beauty of tea. ना बाजारामध्ये वगैरे जर बघितलं तुम्ही या ठिकाणी तर आपल्याला वेगवेगळ्या फ्लेवरचे त्या ठिकाणी टी मिळतात आणि इव्हन ह्या जे आहे ना रेड लेबल वगैरे जे आहे की ब्रँड वगैरे आहेत त्यांनी सुद्धा nowadays they are putting some kind of flavors to the tea to make it more appealing, okay, or to make it more tasty. So this is how mixed tea is prepared. Okay, so three types of tea we have seen so far: mixed tea, green tea, and black tea. And before that we have studied the composition of the tea, what are the different components present in the tea and their percentage over here. Okay, so in this lecture I'm going to stop at the mixed tea. From the next lecture I'm going to continue some of the adulterant from the tea and their detection. Okay, their detection, and after that we'll see how the tannin from the tea can be detected. Okay, so this is all about the tea. So I'm going to stop here. Remaining I will continue in the next lecture. Thank you.